How are you doing, Colin?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Still got the old cough, but you know, otherwise not too bad. It's just that time of year, I think.
Yeah, everyone sort of gets a little bit this time of year.
There you go, talking of the devil. Oh. Right, so let's just pull up that and keep an eye on it and make sure I've got no sound. I had a little bit, so that's sorted.
All good?
Yeah, all sorted. I had the sound up like a couple of notches so it wouldn't have deafened anyone tonight. I'll save that for other days.
Yeah. Oh, right. But, yeah. We've got Australia for the first time since Season 1.
Yeah, I was going to say we didn't have it last season.
Evening also.
I only joined in Season 2 anyway, so it weren't there in Season 2. So this is my first time with CDR Australia. Or it will be Sunday anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how it gets on. Oh. Just waiting on Ready Up, which should be with us very shortly because it is now.
There it is. Ready up.
There we go.
Oh.
Everyone is suddenly all ready up on us.
I'm in ghosting mode, alright, Ninja. Yeah, no, also, you're not in ghosting mode. Nah, I'm sorry. Nah, you're gonna be the highlight of this stream. Only joking. Can't let you have all the spotlight. But, here we are.
Clay's gonna get some as well, because he's already told me he likes to go off at turn 11 and 12. So Clay's gonna get a little too.
Oh.
Getting good stuff. T-Bag says, so, 4 safety cars. Only 4?
4? Really?
4 per lap.
Then there's enough footage for bloopers. Nice one.
Oh, there will be. There'll be plenty for bloopers with this one.
Oh, yes.
I mean, me personally, I think turn 1 and 2 here is very similar to Spain, in the way that if you clip too much of the inside of turn 2, it will fling you into the wall, or it will spin you around on the track. So that's always an interesting place to watch. Turn 11 and 12, as I mentioned, Clay's not a fan of that. I don't think anyone's really a fan of 11 and 12, the fast open chicane bit. Because on the exit you can just run the curb and then lose it completely. You know, that's going to be one to watch for sure.
And if someone can let us know on the weather.
The weather, of course, as always. I think the guys should be used to that one by now.
Yeah.
So Cammy says, how many people are going to lose it at turn 12? Well, there's 20 people starting, so I'm going to guess 6. As T-Bag says, he's not a fan of Australia. No, T-Bag, I don't think any of us are a fan of Australia at this point. Also said it's all dry as well.
Ah, brilliant.
So, going back to what T-Bag was saying there, no, I don't think anyone's a fan of Australia now. We touched on it earlier, and I had a little bit of a conversation with Clay actually earlier tonight, and ever since the older games, they've been sort of evolving this track. And it used to be really, really good, but it seems to have deteriorated with evolution.
Yeah.
So it's become more and more difficult to drive on, which is kind of a pity because it is a very nice track.
It's a very nice flowing track.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's kind of taken a downwards turn since since the new games have been released.
Yeah.
2 or 3 games, it's been kind of deteriorating. It's a real pity because it is a really nice track as well.
I'm just on board with one of the new drivers here in Tier 2 of ODD_Wicken.
Oh yes,
Here's the
guy.
first.
He almost cut the hell out of turn 12 there. I caught that on the stream as I was just checking the comments. So Cameron just said, I'll almost definitely be one of them at one point, especially. I hate the track. That corner, turn traction control down.
And here we go.
So that's not going to help him then if he's recently turned down his traction control and He's now having his first real crack.
Down to turn 1 for Wigan. And into the first DRS zone. Good evening, Kieran.
Be interesting to know how this works with the 2022 cars, all about mechanical grip, as downforce ain't a factor.
Oh, tail stepped out for Wigan. Oh, Wigan's hit the wall.
Oh, we've already had one in the wall. What was that? Exit 2?
No, 3.
3. Yeah, 3 if you come round 3 too tight and you get on the power too early, yeah, it can fling you into the wall as well. I forgot about that one. I've done it a few times, but if you're gentle with the throttle, you can generally get out of there okay.
And
you've just kind of got to try not to turn it too hard.
Into the dreadful 11-12.
11-12, yeah. Ooh,
he did it very, very smooth.
He did. He almost cut the absolute hell out of turn 12 though, if you noticed. He was very close to invalidation there. That
14.
was perfect. Because he actually took exactly the same line on his outlap.
Yes.
I noticed that on his outlap, so he's obviously got that line down to an absolute art.
And it is a 125.6.
Ooh.
Oh, I've noticed we've got a lovely little reserve of a Teddy Henke.
Yeah, we've also got Snitsy moving very slowly on the grass there out of turn 2.
Oh, Joseph at 24 flat.
Whether he was just getting out of the way, because he seemed quite slow for quite a while.
Ronansaurus at 23.7.
I'm not surprised to see people dropping in.
Teddy Henke 22.4.
I can't even do that in TT. Somebody needs to take the rocket out of that guy's car, honestly.
And Stephen with a 22.8.
Flying lately. I don't know what he's done since the turn of season 2 and 3, but he's found so much pace. It's almost unreal.
And here we go.
I mean, in 2 or 3, we can barely keep up with the guy.
Also, Bosso just coming through turn 14.
And we've got Scott in the comments singing. Apparently, we come from a land down under.
Ah, nice one. And also, Boss was just coming around the last corner. And it's a 129.4 for Osso Bosso.
I'm just going to jump on board with Cammy, who's actually just exited turn 2 on his flying lap, so I'm going to stay on with him for now.
I'm on with Kieran, who's just behind him.
Rontosaurus is out.
Oh.
Let's see if I can just see on where on track that is.
That is turn 15, and it's a 27.4, and a purple sector 1 for Kieran.
That's really unlucky for Rontosaurus as well, because he was at a 23.7, which was good enough for P5.
Yeah.
That's really unlucky for Rontosaurus there. It's a strange place to have dropped it as well. It's not one of the places we'd mentioned.
No.
It's not one of the main places people drop it. There we go. Cammy's done it. He's dropped it at turn 12. And that was a real wing into the wall. That will not have helped his car at all, because if that's taken damage, it's not something that they can do much about. It's not like swapping a front wing. I mean, physically it looks okay, but you know, you can never
might
really
be a little bit. No.
Yeah.
As we follow here around the last corner. And it's a 23 flat.
Lap, so that's a good sign that his car's okay.
I'm just going to go on board with Schnitzy, who's just coming up to the last corner.
I say Cammy's time is extremely slow at a 33.3, but then you've got Schnitzy who's on a 41.8, so...
Make that a 23.6.
Yeah, there you go. You must have had an off somewhere on his first lap.
And I'm just gonna follow Clay around as he starts his first flying lap.
Well, I was going to say I'm going to have a look on board with Osso, since he made the mention not to stay on board with him, but he's actually on an invalidated lap at the moment. He was slow coming out, I think it was turn 4 or 5.
And as we come down to either turn 3 or 4.
Just improved by 3/10. He's just snuck from 10th up to 8th with a 23.959.
Oh, that was very close to track limits off clay. But he is flying it with a 27.5 in the first sector.
It's whether he can make it stick though with the... Snitzy's retired, so he's also crashed then somewhere.
Yep, turn 11, 12. Coming out of 12.
Yep. The dreaded 11 and 12. We said it'd have a few people. That's 2 people crashed there so far. One is out, and the other one was very, very lucky. So that's 2 out of the 6 I guesstimated then. And
that is Clay straight through.
Yep, he's with
no issues.
Without incident. So that's good to see, because I know he said that he struggles with that particular part of track.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think about with Rhinosaurus losing it coming out of that turn was if he got on too much of the inside curb and it made his tail step out on him. That's the only way I can imagine he would have dropped it there.
And it's a 22.3 as well.
That's
25,000 behind Kieran.
Himself and Kieran, yeah. So that's good enough for P4.
I'm just gonna watch.
At this point.
No.
That's crazy. Considering he's a tier 3 driver, as Mayspin has also retired. So we've had another off somewhere.
And
then.
Joseph has
and I can't
improved.
See his car on track.
That is coming out of 7, I think it is.
Yeah, I was going to say it's because Clay's car was hiding it. It's coming out of...
it's right in the middle of the track too.
5. That's turn 5.
Ah.
You know, as you take that kind of fast right-hander that sometimes you have to lift, I bet he's hit the inside curb. I've done that before. You hit the inside curb and it launches you into the right-hand hole as Clay goes for a bit of grass cutting there.
T-Bag said he's back home, need to keep Teddy there. Even stick Aiden in tier 2, stand corrected, make it 5 safety cars. And then Kieran said solid lap to start, and then also said Teddy for tier 1.
Yeah, I'm not off disagreeing with that one there, Otto. I mean, if Teddy's topping the timing boards in tier 2, what is he doing in tier 3? He's making us look daft, isn't he? We just can't keep up with him.
Well, you've seen what happened in Portugal. That's all I'm gonna say.
Saying that, to be fair, at Hungary, that was a different thing altogether. For some reason, he weren't able to keep that sort of pace in Hungary.
No.
You know, I mean, in fairness to him, you know, had it not been for the incident of the 2 cars in front of him, which I'm not going to say too much about.
Wickens lost it.
Another off it. That was again turn 5. I was on board with J-Boy.
And Cameron Paul to turn 6.
Yep. Yeah, if it hadn't have been for the 2 cars having an incident in front of him, he wouldn't have actually won at Hungary. He would have been P3. But still, that's pretty far up, you know.
Yeah.
So...
And J-Doy coming into the dreaded 11 and 12.
So Cammy's in the comments. He says, I hate that I know myself too well and know that I do that. How my rear wing is fine, I've no clue. It took a hell of a whack. Yeah, I was on board with that. I actually saw that, and I'm surprised that rear wing's okay, because that took a hell of a thump going backwards. So that is quite a surprise that rear wing's not taking any
and that
damage.
Is J-Doy taking P3 in front of Kieran.
And that was a purple 3rd sector as well.
So I'll just jump on
Kieran. That's about 2.5 tenths ahead of Kieran.
Yeah. I'm just on board with Jack Slater, who posts a 23.8.
With Scotty, who is currently on his lap, and has just purpled sector 2 as he comes through 11 and 12. He's got on the grass, he's lost it. That might be a front wing.
I'll double check
that. Is that another lucky Mercedes? Is that another lucky Mercedes? I'm just trying to get a look at him now, because I was...
Yeah, it is a lucky Mercedes. He's got both end plates.
He's got both end plates. That is the luckiest thing that... How is it that both Mercedes have now dropped it at turn 12, and both of them have survived it okay. And I think that is that now 3 or is that 4?
That is 4.
12. That's 4 out of the 6 are called at turn 12. He may have damage that we can't see though, because Scott's just pitted, unless it's because he's running out of fuel.
Oh, FRL Gingy posting a time quicker than Teddy Henke.
Only just though, and I bet he's had to thrash it out for that one as well. As Cammy is on an outlap, so let's see if the Merc can get it right this time. Because so far, as it stands, with not a huge amount of time left, I don't think. Oh, that was close to an invalidation on 2. If this yellow sector 3 would go away, I'd actually be able to tell how much time
that is J-Dye. 5 minutes,
right, so,
10.
So we've got 5 minutes, so with 5 minutes to go, we're going to currently be having a 13 car shootout. Because ODD Wickham, Cammy, Cameron Poulter, Scotty haven't gone ahead of the 2 cars ahead that have crashed. And, well, to be fair, Scotty's still got to set a time if he can keep it on track at turn 12. And
I'm just on board.
No time, so he is starting from the back today.
21-8. What?
He just literally turned around to FRL Ginger and gone, anything you can do, I can do better. That's what that is. That's you can improve on me by, you know, half a tenth or whatever it was. I'm just going to go and blow you away with another 6/10. Have some of that. That's insane.
I'm just going to follow Cammy.
Really Reading Sunday.
Oh yeah, big time.
As Ginger has retired, so I think that's in the pits.
And Cammy has posted a 1:23.798, and that is all 4 drivers of Osso Bosso, Wickham, Cameron Poulter and Scott all on outlaps.
Yeah, I was actually just going to jump on board and watch these myself, because these guys now have got less than 4 minutes. Who's that? I think Coop is out there on an outlap, hovering around behind Osso as well.
Yeah.
I think Coop is looking for the toe off his teammate here, because he hung back until his teammate moved on.
Right, I'm just going to follow Scott or whoever's... Actually, let's follow... Oh, Wickham spun again! Wickham spun turn 2.
I did say turn 2 was one to watch. When we started this, I did say turn 2. As it stands, Teddy would be P3 in tier 1. And then he improved and his teabag says, make that P2. So... Teddy Henke isn't just topping the timing boards of tier 2, he would almost be topping the timing boards of tier 1.
Yeah.
So that is impressive.
Scary.
I really don't know where he's pulled all this time from this season. It's just crazy.
Like, no disrespect to the guy. Last season he didn't have the best of seasons. He left for a little bit and now he's come back with an abysmal set of pace.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like he's come back with a bee in his bonnet and gone, well, I'm not having this, I'm just going to blow these guys away this season, and he absolutely is. And I'm not being funny, but I don't think anyone in tier 3's got an answer for him this season, at all. You know? I mean, the only person who was even remotely close at one point was QWERTY. I mean, Aiden's right up there too, but it's QWERTY, and obviously he's not racing with us now.
No.
So the only person who's even close to Henke at this point is probably Aiden. You know, he's one of the faster guys as well.
Yeah, he also left for a bit and then come back with a bit of pace.
Yeah, Aiden did, yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't think we've got an answer for Henke at this point. None whatsoever.
And Scott posts a 23-1, so therefore he is safe.
Well, I'm just on board with Osso now, who is, by the looks of it, actually getting a tow from his teammate now.
I'm watching Wickham again as he's coming through turn 4, I think it is. Yeah.
Osso's improved by 1/10.
And Wickham's improved by 7.
Well, that's going to be a big bit of movement for him there. But that was only sector 1, and as I said, he has got the toe of his teammate ahead of him. And as we know, Kulpi is fast, so Kulpi should be able to stay ahead of Osso here and give him a really good toe. I thought he'd cut a bit of turn 11 there, but he's got away with it.
Just said, so I might have to leave and come back. That's the key.
Yeah, that absolutely does seem to be the key. Leave the league. Give it a couple of months and then come back with an absolute rocket at your backside and blow the entire tier away. That sounds about right. We did also get another comment there. J-Doy, as if Scotty's car didn't break. No, surprisingly, Scotty's car didn't break. And
Wiccan just sneaks through.
Oh, Cammy's out. Cammy's crashed. He's just gone grey on my map. And I'm not sure where that is, unless he's actually retired, but that's session over anyway, so he may have retired with no time to...
And also has not got time to sneak through.
Yeah, so as we were saying with Jador, yeah, Cammy was very lucky as well, because Cammy actually went backwards into the barrier at turn 12, and luckily didn't even manage to damage his rear wing, which was quite a surprise to all of us.
So that is our bottom 5.
He couldn't leave or he'd be so bored on a weekend. Well, he's right though, isn't he? Come on.
Oh, Wiccan's lost it.
So is anyone still out there on a lap and able to improve from the bottom guys?
I don't think Osso's going to be able to.
I haven't caught his sector time, so I'm not 100% sure.
I mean, he's at 116 already.
Jack Slater is out, Matthias is out, Mayspin's out with no time, as Osso cuts the grass.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say no, Osso isn't improving either, so Osso's out. Cam is out with either a retirement or a crash. I didn't catch which one that was. We're also going to be losing Rhinosaurus and Snitsy as well, because those two crashed out mid-session. So there will likely be only 13 drivers in Q2, meaning we'll only be losing 3. I think we're all wrapped up for this session. Yeah. We just wait for Osso to pit, because for some reason Osso went, oh, I'm going to go in the pits instead of going down the pit lane, the pit straight like everybody else. We love it when drivers do this.
Oh yes, we do.
Because it just makes us unnecessarily wait for them. Like, ooh, I'm going to the pits. I'm more important than you are. Look at that. Just over half a second faster. How that guy is still tier 3 is a mystery to us all.
Oh, it is.
Well, is he going to be able to carry it now into Q2 and Q3? Because, come on, let's be serious. Unless he actually has a massive off, he's going to get into Q3 as well. So.
Oh yeah.
But as I said, we are losing Snitsy and Rhinosaurus, as well as Jack Slater, Cammy, Osso Bosso, Matthias, and Mayspin. Mayspin set no time. Rhinosaurus and Snitsy both crashed. So we will have only 3 cars to drop from Q2. There goes that cough again. So Cameron Porter's jumped into the comment, says he ran out of fuel on the last lap and spun on every other lap he did. This isn't a good track for him.
Oh.
Osso's laughing at us. That might be something to do with me mocking him for driving in the pit lane.
Yeah.
Teabag says, I'll be in tier 3 until the owners liquidate the group. You're probably right about that. I think I'll be right down there with him as well, so... The 2 Collins sitting in tier 3.
As Wiccan is the first out again.
I'm surprised I haven't seen him going for waiting on things like track evolution.
Yeah.
The way, for example, like Kieran does. Kieran loves to wait for a bit of track evolution.
And yet Kieran's on his outlap now.
quite unusual because normally he does wait for track evolution, so he's proving me wrong today.
Yeah.
I wonder which helmets he's got on. Is he going to be superstitious and keep on his F2 helmet? Cause
no, it is not his F2 helmet.
If it's purple and gold, it is his F2 helmet.
I'll have a quick check.
He did say after his last race, it does look purple and gold. He did say after his last race, he had such a good run with his F2 helmet on.
It is.
His F1 one, that he was probably going to keep using it in his F1 season because he's very superstitious about things like this, and if he's got something that he thinks brings him luck, he will keep it rather than switching it back. So you can't blame him if he thinks he's got some luck with this new helmet design. It is all yellow, white, gold and purple.
Yeah.
So that is his F2 helmet. I'm not surprised by that because he did say he was going to do it. Who else have we got on outlap? We've got Kulpi out. We've got Joseph out. Wicken is now actually on his flying lap.
Yeah. And I'm on board with him for a lap of Australia.
Well, in fact, while you're on with him then, Sociopath just started his lap, so I'm going to jump on board with Sociopath. See what sector 1 time we're looking at here. As it comes around to
and Wickham Post a 27.9. We've only got 4 drivers in the pits.
That's quite unusual. I mean, to be fair, there is usually a couple more cars, but even so, you know, kind of, you get to 10 cars and then it starts saying that the track's quite busy. And now, we've got everyone on flying laps besides. Oh, that was a bit wide there from Sociopath. As he went into turn 11, it looked like his tail had a bit of a wobble. Yeah, everybody's on a flying lap besides the 4 in the pits, so. So a good line coming through there. We've just got a couple more turns to go, and we'll see what lap time he puts in.
And it's a 23.9 for Wicken. So now I'll jump on with Kieran.
24th lap from Sociopath, so there's not a lot between those two, just over a 10th.
Yeah. As Kieran's just come around the last corner with his tail stepping out a little bit. And Kieran pretty much matches Wicken. So now I'll jump on board with Cameron Poulter, who's just coming around the last bend. And it's a 23.7.
Into a message then. Yeah, okay, so we've still got a few up there. I mean,
and Clay. Clay sets 24.6.
To be fair, he is on the mediums, and as I said, he's already said this ain't one of his fastest tracks. So, I mean, we'd fully expect him to get through.
I'm on board with Joseph, who's.
I'm just on board with Henke, who's about to start his lap.
Oh.
And he's on mediums, so I want to see what he's going to do on mediums here, and whether he decides to switch to softs later in. But if he's got the pace on these mediums that he had on those softs, he won't need to change. He'll be able to start the race on these medium tyres.
Yeah. As Joseph comes to turns 11 and Joseph seems to be lagging a little bit.
I thought you was going to say he'd lost it at turn 12. You just sort of went 11 and then I thought he'd lost it at 12.
No.
That's a purple sector 1 there from Henke. I missed the time, but I saw it go purple. And that's a purple on mediums.
As Joseph sets a 23.4.
That is about 3 tenths faster, and that was a 49.8 from Henke through sector 2. And again, that was another purple sector. So this could be looking at the top of the timing board if he can hold it through sector 3.
Scott almost loses it in turn 11 and 12.
It's such a horrible place, 11 and 12.
It is.
And there you go, fastest lap from Henke at 23.2. 2/10 faster than the guys on the soft tyres. As I say that, and he loses it out of turn 2 and puts it in the wall.
Oh, is he out or?
No, I think he just went in nose first. In fact, I think he's still got both of his end plates.
J-Doi sets at 27.5 in the first sector. So could J-Doi possibly knock Henke off his throne? And I'm just waiting for J-Doi to come out of the last corner.
Joseph has actually crept just very slightly faster than Henke as well.
And it's a 22.6 for J-Doi.
Oh, J-Doi's going faster. But again, you've got to remember that these guys ahead of Henke are actually on the soft tyres that are supposed to be about half a second faster.
Yeah.
And in fairness to J-Doi, he's just over half a second faster than Teddy is on the medium. So,
and Colby's on a fast lap.
Yes, he is. Henke's going for another lap after his turn 2 mishap. So his car's obviously still okay. As I said, he kind of went in nose first, but didn't seem to have taken any real damage. Only cost him 23 seconds.
You know what? I'll jump on with Teddy, and he's lost it.
He lost it again, the same place. It looks like that might be it for
Henke. Yeah.
My screen is saying to me that he's still done 0 laps on those mediums, even though I've watched him do an out lap and 2 flying laps.
Same.
He boo-booed one of them and just boo-booed this one too. So, but it still says he's done 0 laps on them, which is quite strange, as that's 2 cars just pulling off out of the way for faster cars coming through. Let's see what else we've got going out. So Clay's on an out lap and about turn 4. So it'll be a little while before he's on a lap. Scott is the same, and he is just coming through turn 4 and 5 now. So as Ginge goes 36.7.
Yeah.
Sector 1. That was a very slow sector 1. So I don't know if he had an off there somewhere or whether he was just getting out of the way of people or what. But that was a very slow sector 1. So I'm sure he's going to.
I'm just on board with Scott.
Ooh, there's a Ferrari there. Is that Clay? No, that'll be Teddy Henke getting out of the way. Clay's further forward. Because my betting is Teddy Henke's coming in. Oh, that was a huge invalidation there. But as I said, I don't actually think this was a lap from Ginge.
And it's a 27.7 for Scott in the first sector.
That's not bad. Oh, did I just see something get taken out there? Was that a piece of wing? That was someone's car. That would be cool, Pete. I'm not sure if he took out one of the advertisement boards or what, but I saw something go flying, but it doesn't appear to have come off of his car, so surely he's going to drop in the pits here. Yeah, there we go. So I was going to say, because I saw something go flying.
Scott's purple sector 2. Sorry.
That's an odd place to be facing the wrong way. ODD Wicken is currently facing the wrong way on the start-finish straight. You're not going to be able to light up your tyres there. He looked like he spun his car around and lit up his tyres and then tried to go full throttle again, and his tyres were, of course, fighting him. So, because as you know,
it's a 23.8 for Scott.
Arman has just done a 49.9 through
Clay's.
I think that's sector 2.
Clay did a 27.6 in the first sector.
Well, Arman just done a 49.9 through sector 2 and was about a 10th faster.
Yeah, Clay's just done a 49.9. Purple sector 2.
Ooh,
and is 9/10 up.
That's pretty good. Right, so let's just see what Arman does, because he's just about to cross the start finish line now. And that is half
a 23.4.
23.4. That's good enough for P4. And let's see what Clay's doing there, because
yeah, he's run the last corner. And it's a 23.3.
seconds faster, a 23.3. That's pretty good. It sneaks him into fourth and pushes Arman back down.
As Kieran's on an outlap.
And Scott was taking a slight detour there. Through what I think was turn 8 and 9. Because that would be 10, yeah, 11, 12. So it would be at 8 and 9. He was taking a bit of a detour.
And I'll just watch Wiccan, who is going on another lap.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because he was facing the wrong way last time I was on board with him, which was on start finish straight. So obviously he would have had a very slow start to his last lap. And strangely, it still says Teddy Henke's done no laps on those mediums.
Oh.
Right, so Scott is in the pits. So let's see who else is out. Kieran's out. He's just started a lap, so I'm going to ride on board with Kieran here.
Wiccan posts a 27.6 in the first sector.
I'm just waiting for Kieran's sector 1 time here, which should be coming up shortly.
As Kieran says, going to be an interesting Q2. Yes, Joido. Yes, Joido. Go get it, my boy.
So Kieran was 0.3 faster through sector 1 there.
And Wiccan's a 10th up in sector 2. Keeps it clean out of 11-12.
So also actually said that he was laughing at Teddy's time. It wasn't that he'd gone in the pits and what I was saying about it. He panicked when he went in the pits.
Oh.
That's what he'd done. So I missed Kieran's sector 2 time there, but he still seems to be going quite well here. So we'll see what time he puts in at the end of that.
As Wiccan sets a 24.1 as Sociopath's gone second.
So that's Kieran out of the last turn, and what's his time going to be? A 22.7. That is P2, that is McLaren 1-2 currently.
Whew.
So with a minute and a half to go, we have a McLaren 1-2, and Ginge has not yet set a lap.
No.
But we will currently be losing ODD Wiccan, Matey Boy, and FRL Ginge. But Ginge is coming out of the last turn on a flying lap, so that could be about to change. He could be about to lose Kulki instead.
I'm just going to follow. Oh!
He's just topped the time boys with a 22.1. So it's now put Kulki in the drop zone, who is in the pits and hasn't got time to get out. So we are going to lose Kulki.
Yeah, and Scott. Maybe.
No, Scott's safe as long as Matey Boy doesn't improve, which he's 2.8 seconds down on his time. And ODD Wiccan doesn't improve by about 1/10.5, which at this precise moment I don't know if he is or isn't. He's about to come out of the last turn, although he does appear quite slow already, so no, Scott's safe.
Righty-ho, as Sociopath's on a new lap.
But I was going to remember ODD and Matey Boy, if they've got the fuel, which it looks like they have still got time for another lap.
Yeah.
So they have both just started their lap, so I'm going to try and stay on board with both of them, sort of.
I'm on board with Sociopath, who's just coming up to turn.
So Matey Boy's improved by 1.1 seconds. And ODD Wiccan, although he was 2/10 up, has just invalidated, so he is out.
Oh, as Sociopath is coming around the last corner.
But for Matey Boy to get through,
and Sociopath takes second.
A 3.1 seconds.
Oh, Wiccan's lost it.
5.
And Matey Boy's 3.1 seconds up.
Yeah, but that's only going to take him to a 24.5, which means he's not going to improve his position. He needs to find about another second, maybe not quite a second, but give or take about 0.8. He needs to be coming in around 4 seconds faster than his previous time.
What's to be fair to him?
4.7 and goes 5th, so he pushes Scott out. That was a very good time. I didn't know if he actually had it in there. That is a very good time, and that is now Scott out in Q2, which isn't something we say very often.
No, it's not. Not at all.
Then again, we also don't say Corpy out in Q2 very often either, so that's impressive. So now we've just got to wait for Wicken, and he's just coming across the start-finish line. So
that is Q2 done.
That's Q2 wrapped up. And Kieran says McLaren's where they should be. Wicken says no, very long no, because he's obviously not happy with that. Kieran says Scotty is the B-Tech Thompson for sure. Yeah, that's an inside joke between those two. And Jack Slater says awesome lap from Sociopath, who was second after all that. So whilst we were concentrating on the other guys who were likely to be dropped, Sociopath was sneaking in with a P2 time that we missed.
Yes.
So that's quite impressive. I mean, he was about 3.5, 4 tenths down on, almost 4 tenths down on Jin, but that was still good enough for P2. Oh, pardon me. I do apologise about that.
I'll be back now. I'm just gonna go grab a drink.
Yeah, well, only you would want to leave at the start of Q3. Although, in fairness, I suppose there's not really a lot going on whilst we're waiting for people to do their outlap.
I'll just jump on with Teddy. So, yeah. I'll be back now.
The best bet, to be fair.
Be back now.
No worries. That's a Welsh thing. Be back now. Me, I'd say I'll be back in a minute. No. Him, be back now. If you be back now, you won't be going anywhere. So, Wicken in the comments again says he's out in Q2, and that is a sad face. He's not very happy about that. But it's not all about qualifying. If you can keep some pretty decent pace in the race, you can still pick up good positions, even from outside the top 10. And I say this from experience in Silverstone, when I started P19 and finished the race in P7. On track. And now Scott and Kieran are having their own B-Tech Thompson thing. So I'm going to leave them two to that and get on board with whoever was out first, which looks to be Almond Plays. Almond Plays was out on track first, so he will be starting the first flying lap as he invalidates and wipes out a cone. That's nice. I know you guys can only see Teddy Henke, but that's because my co-com's wandered off on me to go and get a drink. So I'll try and keep you apprised of what's going on elsewhere on track whilst he's getting his drink. So that is Armand just coming around the last corner, about to start his flying lap. So we'll see what he does. Yeah. Wicken, it's never nice to go out in Q2, especially if you feel you've got pace for a little bit more, but it happens. It happens to all of us. I mean, at one point I was going out in Q1 all the time, you know, so. But it's all about being able to get that race pace. It's not about one lap pace. It never has been with this sport. Yep, exactly what Osso's just said there. Some of the best results come from dropping out in Q2 and Q3, so, sorry, Q1 and Q2, so it's not...
Sociopath just set a 27 dead.
Sociopath set a 27 dead. You're on board with Teddy Henke. How was
Sociopath yeah. Dead? Sorry, Teddy Henke set a 27 dead.
As Armand goes 49.7 through Sector 2.
And Teddy Henke does a 49 flat.
Right, 1 second.
What can Teddy Henke do for the first lap of Q3?
Yeah, apologies about that. I was just taking my jumper off. I got a little bit too hot.
It's alright.
Unlike you, wandered off for 10 minutes to go and get a drink.
22 flat.
And left the poor people sitting there staring at Teddy Henke. 22 flat, that is a good time. Like, he's got almost a second on the guys behind him. 9-10. That's insanity. Sociopath does a 50 flat through Sector 2 and he's just coming to the end of Sector 3 now, so I'm just going to see what time he puts in. And we've only got one car in the pits, and again it's Kieran. He's probably having an argument with Scott though, the start of the BTEC Thompson thing. And Osso's Ozone have turned up to the party.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just on board.
He's going to go for a mega dive into turn 1 and lead by a minute by lap 2, or at least that's his plan anyway.
Oh, Jesus.
Scott says, my money's on Kieran spinning it when it matters most in the race. Again.
As I'm just following FRL Ginge.
I'm going to repeat. And now Scott is shouting Ozone, so they're all enjoying themselves with the conversation.
Oh yeah, just leave them be.
I do like to try and keep my eye on the comments, but sometimes you just have to let the boys talk.
Exactly. As Ginge puts in a 22.6. Exactly.
Cameron's got closest to Henke though, with a 22.1.
Oh. Yeah, if you look at Ginge's time, it's a 22.600.
Exactly, yeah, you don't often see that. Not often at all.
That is something special.
Yeah. It's almost as special as when you see people on the same times for qualifying. I've seen that 2 or 3 times. In fact, I was actually involved in one of those myself and the other Colin, Teabag. We actually had the same times in qualifying a couple of races ago. I think it might have been at Silverstone until I improved my time, but we actually had identical times for a short while.
Oh, Cameron was a little bit higher on his time, and yet he's decided to pit.
So we got one of the Ozone guys here, says, my money's on Osso doing good in the race, but not doing good in his strategy.
Who's your money on, lads? From Scott?
Yeah, I was going to say Scott wants to know who's your money's on. Are we talking pole position or race position?
I think he's on about top 3.
He's talking pole position here. And if he's talking pole position, I'm going to have to say Henke at this point. Not only is he fastest now, I mean, yes, Ginge out-qualified him in Q2, but Ginge out-qualified him in Q2 because Teddy was on the mediums. So, but if Q1's anything to go by, nobody's going to be able to touch Teddy in terms of qualifying pace here. That would be my best guess. He actually said both as well, so who do you think is going to win the race as well?
For pole, I'm going to go Cameron.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cameron's fast. Like, I don't doubt Cameron's fast.
And then my top 3 is going to be... my top 3 is going to be Kieran, Ginge, and J-Dye.
In that order?
No, just them 3.
Just them 3 in any order?
Yep.
Okay. I was going to agree with Ginge. I was going to say Sociopath to be up there inside the top 5. Whether it be a podium, I don't know, but I reckon Sociopath will be up there. Although that is a little bit supporting Williams because he is one of the Williams boys, but I've seen him pull out really good results before, so I honestly think he'll be up there today. The same with Cameron. I do think Teddy Henke's got it in him to pull out a podium here.
Even though he has been spinning a lot at turn 2. And talk about spinning, Armin's just lost it at turn 12.
There you go, turn 12 again. What's that, the 6 or 7 that we've seen now?
6.
We did say it was going to be, I did say about 6.
Yeah, that's just in qualifying alone.
The thing is, in qualifying, you push yourself just a little bit harder, so those spins are more likely to happen. I think he'll be okay there. I'm gonna say the top 3 is gonna be Ginge, Clay, and I'm torn between Teddy or Socio. I'm going to say Sociopath. But again, I do think Teddy, Henke and Cameron will be up there as well. I think those 5 will be in the top 5, but those 3 my choice.
Talking to Teddy Henke, he's on a fast lap.
Again. So we've had a couple more comments. We've had Jay Doy saying let's go McLaren.
And Henke is 17 thousandths of a second faster.
So one of the Ozone guys have just said rumours on the street, so Teddy hasn't showed up for work in weeks. Only training his quali pace. I can see why you think that.
Yeah.
Tim says don't expect a 21 from me. Scott says just a 21-second penalty. You know, we all expect that.
Oh yeah.
And then Kieran says make or break. There was one of the Ozone guys saying May spin, which we fully expect May spin to spin.
Yeah.
A regularity for May spin. Hence why he's starting at the back. He had a May spin.
And let's have a look what Henke does as he comes by the line. And it's a 21.7.
See, yeah, there's your pole sitter right there. Ain't no one beating that now.
Where would that put him in T1? Teabag!
Teabag, where are you? Where would 121.742 put Henke in tier 1?
Oh, hang on.
Close to that.
Hang on. That would put him...
Oh, you've gone up and pulled the
3rd or 4th.
3rd or 4th. That's insane, isn't it? How close it is. Cameron says, was 4 tenths up and then lost it in turn 10 and 11. Do you mean 11 and 12? The wide chicane, that's 11 and 12. Where everyone's been spinning today.
With just 35 seconds left. Is Teddy going for another lap? No. No, he's in low fuel mode.
Cameron has retired from session, so that's probably just going to be accepting his fate. Sociopath hasn't improved, so he is going to stay P4 as it stands.
Ginger's got to find a second.
Faster. Yeah, like Ginger's, well, not quite. He's got to find about 8.5 tenths. And
what a way to lose it! What a way to lose it!
He's not going to help. And that was right on the end of the timing line there, and he's going to get right in everyone's way as they cross the line as well. Joseph's invalidated anyway. J-Doy, what's he doing?
He's set a purple sector too.
Yep. I'll be very surprised if the... yeah, so J-Doy's invalidated.
No, he hasn't.
So Joseph is invalidated. Sorry, it begins with the same letter, I get confused. So Joseph has invalidated, he's going to creep into the pits. The next over the line will be J-Doy. And then the 2 Haas cars maybe next.
And it's 22.4.
Half a second faster, but not enough.
That is P3.
Goes P4. And Matey Boy can't improve because he's invalidated. And Clay has also invalidated as well, so he won't be improving his position. So that then is our top 10.
Yeah.
And oddly, Kieran hasn't set a time. It's something I just noticed. I expect him to go out late. Oh, apparently he invalidated at turn 2. Invalidated turn 2, And then he also said something else that I'm not going to repeat.
I'll have a look.
And then he's now congratulating JD on his third place start.
I'll have a quick little look.
Well, I suppose one of the McLaren boys has to pull something out of the bag, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, at this rate, it's definitely not going to be Kieran pulling it out of the bag, so it has to be his teammate. So next up then is going to be the race, and we do have formation lap on.
Yes, we do.
We restarted the formation laps again last week after the issues we had been having, just in case anyone hadn't caught last week's stream and decided they were going to join us tonight.
As we just wait for everyone to pick up there.
Kieran says both of us in the top 10. Absolutely. But only one of you is in the top 3. Wicken says, let's go, good luck lads, hoping for a clean race. Well, I think we all hope for clean races all of the time, but of course there will always be one or two little bumps. We all have those.
Oh yes.
Well, I'm going to say Scott's definitely going to be starting on soft tyres, because I'm looking down at his garage and I can see the red ring tyres just inside his garage. No, he's changed it. That's now mediums, maybe? Is that medium or is that hard? It's hard to tell if that's white or yellow from here. But the tyres just changed colour anyway. So we'll see what he's on when we get started. And the answer to that is, it's actually softs he's on. That was strange because his tyres changed colour.
So, as I'll just have a quick look at tyres. One, two, three. 3 on mediums and then copy on the hards.
I was going to say 3 on mediums.
Medium hard, 12, 17. Medium soft mediums, 10 to 17, and I missed the other one.
18, 22.
Cheers.
I only know because I look down at the stream. The stream's a little behind, so it's always helpful. Down a little bit. That just seems a little on the loud side there. I mean, the two guys in the top 10 on mediums, we aren't surprised why, because that was actually their Q2 qualifying tyres.
Yeah.
Same set of tyres that technically get no laps on whilst doing 2 qualifying laps. But of course, Schnitzy had free choice and he chose mediums, as did Coolpy, who chose hard. So he's probably looking for, I would say Coolpy's looking at a 1-stop, hard stop.
Yeah, or a hard medium, depending on how long the hards last.
Yeah, I mean, I'd expect the hards to go around about 18 to 20 laps at least. I mean, they tend to go about that on most tracks. So I suppose it also depends on his setup, his tyre pressures, stuff like that, as to how much to wear as well. But I would take a stab in the dark that he's going hard soft. But then again, some of these guys on softs could be looking at soft hards, or they could be looking soft medium soft, or soft medium medium, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised if it goes hard medium, but we shall see later in the race.
That we shall, and as everybody's lining up, I'm going to jump on with Armin for the start.
Well, I'm just going to jump on at the back here and keep an eye on the back of things. In fact, I'm going to jump on to cockpit view so I can see the cars a little bit better as they get off the line. Hide that stuff so I can actually see.
As we got 5 red lights, and we're away for lap 1. As Ginge has had a brilliant start, and Armin just
been just a bit tentative through turn 1 there from the guys at the back.
for old Ginge going round the outside of J-Dye into turn 3. Ooh, millimeters.
So Shipaf and Clay having a little battle there.
And something else I've noticed, Cameron Poulter is taking the lead.
Yes, Cameron Port's taking the lead. But that's not surprising because Teddy Henke is on the medium tyre, so all he really wants to do now is just stick to Cameron. Because if he can stick to Cameron, then those medium tyres will go for quite a while anyway. So let's just have a look.
As Ginge isn't that far away from J-Doy. And Matey Boy is looking at a move on his teammate, going down the inside.
Well, Scott has made a move on Kieran, so Scott's up one, Kieran's down one. Armin is down 4 places so far. Clay's down a couple. But generally everyone else is around about where they started. There's not been a lot of movement.
No.
I think Kieran actually made a few places and lost a few.
Cammy's moved up 3.
Yeah, Matthias has moved up 3 as well. Schnitzy's down 3. Like I said, most of them are kind of the odd 1, 2, 3 here and there. The only really significant ones is Armin's down 4. That's round about it really. Like say Cammy and Matthias are up 3 apiece, so nothing major.
As Armin,
change yet.
it's around about 4 tenths away from Joseph. As we got our first penalty.
That'll be track limit. That's not too bad. He made it just over a lap before he picked up his first penalty.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting on board with Brontosaurus at the minute and just kind of watching most of the field go through.
Yeah.
All kind of nose to tail following each other at the minute. There's nothing really significant going on. There's no real moves looking to be made.
No. As Cammy's out.
Cammy dropped it.
And that is a VSC.
Yeah, that has got to have been turn 12, judging by where everyone was. Yeah, he dropped it at turn 12. Well, he did say it had happened. He called it. So that is Cammy out of the race now.
And something that I've noticed, Ginge has got a yellow light on his fuel. So he's under-fueled.
Yeah, which means he is banking on a safety car. What he should be doing right now under VSC is dropping that car into lean mode.
Yeah.
Because while it's under VSC, you can drop it into lean. And
I'm just double checking if anyone else is. Also is as well.
Yeah, as soon as the VSC ends, what will happen is the car will automatically put itself back into standard mode.
Yeah.
So that is the best way to conserve fuel if you're under fueled. I mean, these guys must have obviously been banking on a safety car.
And I'm just going to stick on with Ginge. As Jado picks up a VS.
Drive through for speeding under VSC. So that's our second penalty of the day then. And I do apologise to say the same thing at the same time then.
All good, no worries. And we are back racing.
Yep. Yeah, so it is just the 2 drivers currently that are running under fuel. But the thing is, we can't tell how under fueled they are. It could be 0.01, 0.02, something daft like that, or it could be half a lap. Like we don't know. It could be very minor under fuel. I mean, that's something that they can worry about later in the race anyway.
Yeah.
You know, conserving fuel once everyone's spaced out a little bit. I've had to do that before myself. You know, just ease off a little bit earlier, cost myself lap time to try and conserve a little bit of fuel towards the end of a race. In fact, I did it so well one day that I actually got low fuel mode engaged just as I crossed the start-finish line.
Nice.
I can't do that again if I tried.
Not at all.
Believe me, I was conserving fuel for about 5 laps on that one and just made it.
Oh, Ronan's out.
Wicken is out.
Oh no, that is Wiccan's out and Colby's hit a wall.
Oh, Colby's sideways, yep. They are actually together as well.
And that is a safety car.
A 96-point turn.
Yeah.
Yep, that is... So Colby will be pitting then. That is for sure. My guess is now he's going to chuck on a set of mediums and a new front wing here.
Yeah.
As he hits the corner because he hasn't got any front end downforce. And as you say, that is a full safety car. So again, if I was Otto and Ginge, I would be running these cars lean as Otto cuts turn 12 and gets a 3-second time penalty. I saw him do that. Yeah, I mean,
as Ginge is in the pits,
I'm not surprised. Some of these guys on the softs would be coming in and thinking hards or mediums. You know, take a short.
Ginge has got another set of softs on.
Maybe he was thinking soft, medium or something like that. But then again, he could have just changed it on the fly as well. We all do it. You know, change our tyres.
Sociopath's on the mediums, Cameron Porter's on the hard. Sociopath on medium, Matey Boy on medium, Ronan Saurus on medium, Mayspin on medium.
So, interestingly, Henke stayed out on the mediums, as did Arman and Schnitzy. Also, Jack Slater, Matthias, Kieran, Joseph, Scotty, Clay and J-Doy all stayed out on their soft tyres.
Yeah.
Interestingly as well is J-Doy still has
his drive-through,
which he can't serve under safety car, and I think he was at 1 or 2 laps completed since
one.
He picked it up. Was it 1? Yeah. So he's gonna, as soon as this safety car comes in, which has now bunched everybody up, he's not going to have 3 laps to serve it. He's going to have 2 laps to serve it.
Yeah.
You know, unless of course the game does a stupid bug and says that he's passed the pits 3 times, even though he's under the safety car and can't take the penalty anyway. So we'll have to see what happens here, because I've never seen this before on this.
I haven't.
Having a drive-through when a safety car comes out is quite unusual. I mean, my best guess would be, common sense for the game would be, serve the safety car and then continue the next, you know, 2 or 3 laps, or 2 laps, or whatever it would be for him to serve it. So we're just waiting now for Coolkey to catch up, and he is around 14 seconds behind, but catching rapidly, as you can imagine, as he's on soft tyres now. So that looked like he was going hard soft, as I originally said. Unless he made a tyre change there, he was doing hard soft. So obviously now he's going to have to come in a little bit later in the race, as J-Dog gets 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, which isn't going to help him, because if he's trying to take his drive-through, no, he's not. His car's stopped. So he's obviously stopped. Yeah, himself and Joseph are both stopped for hard tyres, as Arman picked up 5 seconds penalty for a collision with Clay.
Oh.
They've actually both got that penalty as well, so Clay has also got the penalty. It's not just Arman. Unfortunately, it only tells us 1 most of the time. But being as Arman is the car behind, it will likely be that he was the reason for that. But of course, we don't know. We didn't see it, so
no.
I'm sure they'll be asking for one of those 5 seconds to be removed after the race. And we're going to get to see Henke doing a safety car restart.
Yeah.
It should be soon.
It should be in this lap.
To be fair, okay. Why am I seeing Matey Boy and Rhinosaurus switching places?
Yeah, in this lap.
In this lap. Right, there we go. That's Matey Boy moved back into his position. It's okay, 13th and 14th, Matey Boy and Rhinosaurus. For some reason, Rhinosaurus overtook Matey Boy. And Matey Boy's just made it back into his P13 position. I don't know why he overtook the safety car. I don't really think Rhinosaurus wants to get the position back either. But Matey Boy slid up the inside of him before turn 11. So they are back in their correct positions. So
and we are away.
And Henke is gone. And I tell you something, Clay ain't letting him get away that easy.
Oh no, he's not.
Very slowly reeling him in here.
Round the outside. Oh!
Yeah, I thought he was going to try around the outside then. That was brave from Clay, trying around the outside there. Now he's going to go for a dive up the inside, and he's got to watch Armin, who's right on his gearbox as well. I do believe Scott's just lost a place.
He's lost 3.
Was it 3?
I think so.
I saw in the tyre overtake him.
Oh no, it is 2. Never mind. Don't mind me.
Yeah, I think it's 2. Pretty rapid fire on that one though, because he lost them almost one after the other.
Yeah. So whether he had a little moment.
Yeah, he might have just had a wobble out of one of the turns that just cost him a few tenths, that then allowed those guys to just drive around the outside of him.
And that is Kieran who's lost it, turn 12.
Yep, Kieran has lost it in turn 12, so he's going to drop right down the order now. And he's lighting up his rear wheels, which will not be helping him. J-Doy's way down, so I think he may have taken his drive-through without us noticing.
Yep.
He's lost about 30 seconds there, so that should suggest he's taken his drive-through penalty.
I'll just quickly have a look at his penalties.
Yeah, he's just got 5 seconds now, so he must have taken his drive-through whilst we were distracted by the restart. I mean, all he can hope for now is that while he's on these hard tyres, another safety car comes out.
And that's Teddy Henke's lost it.
And Henke lost it as well. Yeah,
and he's just waiting.
That is exit of turn 2. That's Joseph past him.
And that is Clay into the lead.
Yep, that is Clay in the lead now. Now, was that another qualifying mistake that he made earlier? Was it just a repeat of that, or was that pressure from Clay that forced him into that mistake? That's the question.
But what I do know is Matthias is reeling Armin in, and Scott is reeling in Matthias.
I'm not surprised that Matthias is reeling in Armin, just based on the fact that Matthias is on the faster tyres. But these soft tyres now will be coming, what I would guess would be close to their life cycle.
Yeah.
We're now on lap 8, so these guys have put 7 laps on these. And that's not including any of those guys that were out there for qualifying on them as well in Q2. So, in fact, I think Matthias, Scotty, Clay were all in Q3. I think the only one who's up there on soft tyres that didn't put any qualifying laps on them was Jack Slater, so he may be able to go a little bit further. But we shall see.
And DRS has been enabled, and Matthias is going to go down the inside of Armin. This is giving me flashbacks of me and Scott in Season 1.
Oh, Clay a bit wide there. I was just going to say he took it really easy coming out of turn 5 there, and then ran really wide on it too. Warning, controller disconnected. That is not a good thing to see on your stream. Which is why I always...
I am sorting it. I am sorting.
Well, for those people that now can't see what's going on, nothing's happening. I mean, there's a few people still fairly close, but like Ginge is very close to the back of Jack Slater area, and he is on 4 lap fresher tyres as well.
There you go.
And he's got DRS, so he's going to go up the inside.
And also Boss has retired.
Also has retired. I didn't spot that. I don't know what happened there. Yep, we have another safety car. He's dropped it out of turn 12.
Ah.
If you jump on board with J-Doy, you should be able to see if his car's still there. Yeah, it is. He's dropped it out of turn 12 as Clay gets 5 seconds to speed in the pit lane. So that is unlucky there for Osso. That is turn 12, racking up a little bit of a kill streak tonight.
Yeah, as per usual.
Everybody's positions is changing because everybody's diving in for tyres. And surprisingly or not, there's quite a few of them going on to the hards. Matthias, Scotty, Armin plays, Clay, all gone on to the hard tyres, and that has got to be till the end of the race now. We've got 20 laps to go. And in all theory, they should make it all the way.
They should, and that means FRL Ginge is at the top.
Just have to be careful there. He almost did a overtake under the safety car conditions because Snitsy came out of the pits just ahead of him.
Ooh.
By just ahead, I do mean just ahead. Probably a car's length ahead, maybe.
Ooh.
Different. Joseph and Matey Boy have just swapped positions. Why does there seem to be positional changes involving Matey Boy?
I don't know.
It happened in the last safety car too. He's dropping way off right now though. He's way off the guys in front of him. Like there's a 2-second gap between himself and Joseph right now.
Yeah.
Alright. I understand leaving room, but this seems a little excessive.
I always leave around about 6-7 tenths.
Yeah, that's kind of my ballpark, is somewhere between sort of half a second and a second.
Yeah.
Usually between 6, 7, 8 tenths is kind of the ballpark I like to sit in. But 2 seconds is a bit extreme.
It is.
Especially when the game will shout at you, which it does.
Yeah, you are falling too far back.
Whoa, Joseph's got a bit of lag. That might be why Matey Boy was sitting so far off him. He just had a disconnected symbol and then lagged into the wall coming out of the penultimate turn. So that might be something to watch a little bit later. He's weaving around, which is good because he's warming his tyres. So we'll at least have one more lap. I'm sure the Ozone boys will be sufficiently disappointed.
Yeah. As we got a couple more comments coming through, Carl. If you wanna.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for them. But so far, the last thing we've still got is Kieran pointing out that both himself and J-Doy were in the top 10, and now J-Doy is 17th, and Kieran is only just holding on to the top 10 in P9.
Yeah.
So, but nothing else has yet come through. I am keeping an eye out for it. And safety car is in this lap. So I think Matey Boy and Teddy Henke behind him both need to just close up those gaps a little bit, because they're both holding between 1.2 and 1.4 seconds to the car ahead.
There we go. And also Ronan Soros, who is run about a second.
Yeah, there's a couple of people just holding quite large gaps. They seem to be closing up again now, so that's good. You know, people are obviously getting ready for the restart. So we'll see how Ginge does his restart. He's already backing everybody up.
Which is good.
Last turn here, we'll go to the penultimate one. Osso's just said in a message to me, I'm stupid.
Oh, Cameron's lost it! On the restart.
That looks like too much right boot coming out of the last turn there. Maybe he got onto the curb.
Or possibly two cold tyres.
All two cold tyres here on the hards as well. Yeah, good spot. I didn't see that.
As Colby's going to go down the inside of Ronan.
I don't know if he sustained any damage though. This is what I'm just trying to get a look at. It doesn't look like it because he's attacking J-Doy, so I'm going to go with he probably hasn't. But when I get a better view of it, oh, there we go. No, he's got both sides of his front wing intact, so it looks like he's okay. And he has made that attack on J-Doy happen. Although J-Doy isn't giving that up, because he is still coming back, and there's nothing between these two in terms of tyres.
Nope.
They're both on 6 and 7 lap old hards, so they'll just about be in their sweet zone there, just about starting to come to life. Nice and scrubbed in.
That's Colby's. Oh, Scott's lost it.
Turn 12 claims another victim.
And that is another safety car.
Well, T-Bag did say we're going to have 4 safety cars. And then after
he said 5.
He upgraded it to 5. We're 1 VSC and 3 safety cars deep. So I think T-Bag might be onto something here. I think we may have our very own Mystic Mech.
Yes. As
of course, there is another round of people jumping into the pits like a bunch of lunatics. As
I'll just have a look at tyres.
Kieran is in the way and overtakes him going into the pit lane.
Not bad.
Which is perfectly legal as long as he slows down to the pit lane, which he did.
Yes. And everyone who's just jumped in is on mediums. Right, give me 1 sec.
That's a lot of the co-com was wandering off on the safety car. He knows there's nothing really to talk about on the safety car. And he does it to me all the time. It's either that or, so what do you want to talk about this safety car?
I've just grabbed my phone.
Oh well, at least it was your phone and not Susan tonight.
No. I'm just gonna quickly go through.
You always have to be one Welsh joke.
Yeah.
So, for the first team here to have lost both drivers is the Mercedes, so they will not be scoring any points in Tier 2 tonight.
No. But talking of constructors, the Constructors Championship, that is combined of all the tiers, 1, 2 and 3. So far we've got Ferrari at top with 292, McLaren in second with 225, Alfa Romeo in third with 221, Aston Martin in fourth with 209, AlphaTauri in fifth with 208.
Matthias and Teddy Henke have just swapped positions.
And in sixth we've got Red Bull with 198.
In finish straight.
In seventh we've got Haas with 165.
Eighth is Williams.
Eighth is Williams, yeah, with 162. In ninth we've got Alpine with 159, and then in 10th Mercedes with 157.
I only know that because I'm paying attention to where Williams is. Being a Williams driver, I have to pay attention to that part of the table. I couldn't tell you how many points each team had, but I knew that Mercedes were at the bottom with Alpine just a few points behind Williams. So.
And with the Drivers' Championship, in the front we've got Warrior Huntsman with 50. Oh wait, no, I did it wrong, never mind. Warrior Huntsman in front with 75 in first, Copy in second with 66, Scotty 5097 in third with 53, Cameron Porter with 53 also. In fourth then we've got Sociopath with 51, Maceman in fifth with 42, Armin in sixth with 41, TOG Steven or FRL Ginge with 36, Matthias in 8th with 35, Kieran in 9th with 27, Joseph in 10th with 20, Cami in 11th with 19, Ronan Saurus and Schnitzy in 12th with 18, Paranoid, who is no longer in tier 2 with in 13th with 17, Mediboy in 14th with 16 points, Clay and Jado with 15 in 19th. Jacket in 19th with...
That's Jack Slater.
Yeah, with 14, and Sky in last place with 11.
So, here we go. We are back underway. Rhinosaurus is just leaping out on the last corner, with Coolpy trying to stay with him. So far, unsuccessfully.
Not bad little...
Well, I'm surprised that Rhinosaurus and Coolpy didn't dive in with everyone else. Especially Coolpy, because Coolpy's put 10 laps on those tyres now. Kieran's just picked up a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah.
Although he could be trying to attack the back of Cameron, so that's probably why. I'm just watching this little battle up front between Corpy and Rhinosaurus at the minute.
14 laps to go. We've got Ronan up front in first, Corpy in second, Joseph in third, Teddy Henke in fourth, Matthias in fifth, Armin in sixth, Clay in seventh, Macebin in eighth, ninth we've got Jack Slater, 10th is Snitsy, FRL James is in 11th, Sociopath in 12th, Matey Boy in 13th, Cameron Porter in 14th, Kieran in 15th, and Jado in 16th.
I just want to point out, Macespin is in 8th place.
After coming back from last. Yeah. Because
he didn't set a time in Q1. Now, whether that was because of a quali ban or just because he couldn't set a lap, I'm not 100% sure. But fact is, he started P20 and just over halfway into the race, and he's currently sitting P8.
Yeah.
Quite impressive.
Quite impressive, yeah.
And bearing in mind, he's not on the oldest tyres out there either. He's 6 laps on his mediums, which is about the same as the guys ahead of him on hards.
As Mate Boy's retired at turn 2.
Let's hope that's not another safety car. Otherwise, T-Bag really will be right. And it will be 4. It doesn't look like it is, though. It hasn't come out yet. Clay, 3 seconds. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, Clay 3 seconds for exceeding track limits. So that's not going to help him in his battle for the front up there. Which is still well within...
As Matey Boy's car is still on track. There we go.
That's a good thing, at least it's now gone. Sometimes the game just picks up like a little bit of a delay when it comes to actually getting rid of cars. I don't know what it does that for. I've actually seen it before where somebody's binned it and the car's still complete on track instead of ghosted. In fact, I almost got collected by one of those one day. As Macespin's just dropped 2 places. DRS is now enabled.
Yeah. As
third place.
Teddy Henke is now 3/10 away from Joseph.
And Joseph is on those harder tyres as well, but again, those mediums normally will push 16-18 laps most tracks. So that being said, he's on 16 on those now, so they could be coming towards the end of that lifespan.
Yeah.
May be dropping in a little while for a set of softs to the end. Maybe a couple of laps away. I mean, if he's going to come in, I would personally come in around 19 or 20.
Yeah.
Put a set of softs on, because he would be faster. But unfortunately, if he was to pit now, there's not much of a gap between everyone, and he'd go instantly to the back. In fact, Henke's on the oldest tyres on track right now, as Matthias picks up a 3-second time penalty as well.
And talking of Teddy Henke, he's now got DRS on Joseph, but can't.
Wow, Joseph's just picked a 3-second time penalty, and I'm not surprised because I saw that corner cut myself from Henke's point of view. But he should, if he gets a decent run out of this last turn here, he should have a good run at him.
Schnitzy's right on the back of Jack Slater and is looking for a move going down at turn 1.
I'm still just sitting on board with Henke and Joseph here. Henke keeps going for a look, but then all of a sudden Joseph's car will just lag slightly sideways.
And there we go. Teddy Henke making that move.
He just made the move, yeah. He managed to sneak up the inside. That was it was a good move, but I can see, oh, Macespin and Matey Boy are out. Or did we say Matey Boy was out already? Macespin's gone anyway. Yeah, sorry, Macespin's gone. I weren't sure then. For some reason, I just brain went to sleep. I suddenly thought Scott was the last one out, but no, Macespin has lost it out of turn 1.
Oh.
No, 1, no, 3. Sorry, I thought it was 1 for a second. Again, I mislooked at the map. I thought that's a weird place to lose it. No, it was turn 3. He must have just put too much throttle down coming out of turn 3. And where you have to kind of move over to the right, your back end can step out, and that's likely what's just happened. So that's unlucky. But again, luckily, it's not another safety car. And whatever those comments were you mentioned earlier, they never made it.
Oh.
Because I still don't know what they were. The last comment I can see is...
Oh, Teddy Henke's lost it!
Yep, I was just going to say Henke's lost it. As I looked down, he lost it. That was not helpful. Try again. And that is a full safety car, so there is T-Bag's fourth safety car that he asked for. I don't think our predictions for the top 10 are going very well.
No.
Although at this point I am beginning to think, well, I do hope Teddy does that on Sunday, so the rest of us can keep up with him.
Well, he might have learnt his lesson.
He might have, but he's very, very fast.
Oh, he is very, very fast.
Kulpi overtook Brontosaurus. Why was that then? Must have just been Brontosaurus came slow out of the turn. I was on board with Brontosaurus when it happened. It might have been a bit of a lag. T-Bag's laughing, which is no surprise, because he just picked up on what I said about T-Bag being right. Owed Mystic Meg for telling 4 safety cars, maybe 5. Still
maybe 5.
To be honest, at this point, I'm surprised there hasn't been about 6 safety cars, because when Macepin dropped it at turn 3, that could have been, and when Matey Boy dropped it as well, that could have been a safety car. So there could have been more than there has been. Hounds in the comments saying go Kulpi and go Clay, as we now have a bunch of people diving into the pits. I'm going to guess that is all going to be for a nice set of soft tyres.
Yeah.
Kulpi, Snitsy.
And T-Bags just said, oh god, Sunday is going to be painful.
So Kulpi and Snitsy have gone soft. Jack Slater, interestingly, has gone mediums.
For 9 laps?
I'm surprised by that. To be honest, I'm very surprised that Brontosaurus hasn't come in. I mean, I can understand Joseph, Matthias, Clay and Arman, because they're on sort of midway worn hard tyres. Joseph a little more than the rest. But I'm very surprised that Brontosaurus hasn't taken the opportunity for a set of softs. Unless he hasn't got any left. We don't know how many he put through in qualifying.
As now we've got the safety car.
Again, the safety car.
Yeah. And surprisingly...
T-Bag, you are right. Sunday is going to be painful. It's going to be a combination of Henke's going to out-qualify everybody known to man because he's just stupidly fast around here. And then there is the potential for him to crash in the race as proven by tonight. Hound says not done a lap yet. At this point, I'm going to say you really don't want to. T-Bag says not surprised to be honest. For some reason, the medium seemed better to use. That in response to my saying Jack Slater has actually put the medium tyres onto his car for the last 9 laps. I mean myself, I'm not sure yet. I've not really put a lot of time into the track. I'm still a little disappointed at the way it's changed since the last couple of games. So okay, that was quite interesting. I didn't see safety car in this lap, and then suddenly everyone's overtaking safety car, and we are racing again. I just saw everyone start to overtake the racing car, the safety car, and start racing again, and I didn't see any warning that it was coming.
No.
Unless I missed it whilst looking at comments, but I didn't. Whatever, we're racing again anyway.
Yeah.
And Cameron Coulter is all over the back of FRL Ginger.
And Ginge is on the back of Arman.
Yeah, Sociopath's not a million miles behind these guys while they're fighting either, so this is gonna be a four-way battle, I think. Ooh.
Cameron down the inside. Oh.
That was close. Just about enough racing room.
And Sociopath is going to go down the inside of 11 and 12.
Hey, you can't blame him. If he thinks he can make it stick around 10.
Oh! I had a wicked helicopter shot of that.
I'm glad you did, because I didn't. But there again, that's because I changed my camera type, because I was looking at something while I was on board with Clay earlier and got to change it back. In fact, I can see your helicopter view. That is actually the closest battle on track besides Kulpi on having a little look at Kieran. And Snitzy's having a look at J-Doy. I say he's having a look at J-Doy, he's going past J-Doy. Cameron Porter gets a time penalty. As Snitzy runs wide and loses the position he just made. It's unfortunate.
Cameron Porter's now joining the party with FRL Ginge and Sociopath.
Yeah, Cameron Porter was right on the back of Sociopath anyway, because Sociopath just passed him. FRL Ginge and Almond just ahead, they were having a little battle there, but now they're starting to reel in Clay, who's just behind Matthias as well, so this has turned into a bit of a 5 or 6 way battle now, which is of course then going to create a DRS train, which means DRS is going to be nullified.
Yeah.
So anything can happen here, but I am just going to sit on board with Kulpi for a minute, because he keeps having a little look at the back of Kieran, like he sneaks a little bit closer. And
I'm going to keep on with Ginge.
Oh, he's going to go for it here under DRS, I think.
This DRS hasn't been...
Oh no, it's not enabled yet, but he's still going for it anyway. As Armand's lost it, I think.
Yeah.
He's going backwards. That is Armand down into 13th place, and that's unfortunate because he was riding right up there in P5, I think it was, right on Clay.
Yeah.
So that happened. Snitsy makes another move on J-Doy, although it does look like J-Doy's had a bit of a wobble because Snitsy's got quite a bit of ground on him there. The nearest battle is still this with Kulpi and Kieran. Oh, as Cameron Porter sort of gets in the way of Kulpi as he's trying to make his way past Kieran. I mean, he does make it happen, but he almost, Kulpi almost gave Cameron Porter a bit of a shove there, unintentionally, whilst trying to make that move.
As Ginge is getting agonisingly close to Clay.
Yep, I'm just jumping on board with that myself. I mean, Kulpi's still all over the back of Cameron Porter as well, so this is another one that can happen soon as well. I mean, he's just put those tyres on, the same as Snitsy, so they'll be flying on those softs at the minute, with everyone all bunched up.
We go now down the start-finish straight. Is Ginge going to have a look at a move?
He's having a look, yeah. Snitsy posts the fastest lap of the 25.141.
Ginge is looking for a move down the inside.
He is going down the inside. He's not just looking for a move, he's going for a move. But Clay's going to push him around the outside there of turn 4.
This reminds me of me and Scott.
Line for 5.
Oh,
he's just ahead there as he slides through turn 5.
That did remind me of me and Scott.
Sociopath is right on the gearbox of Clay as well, who's then got Cameron Porter right on the gearbox of him and Kulpi behind him.
We're 3 wide.
It's just insanity. Was Cameron Porter's facing the wrong way.
And so is Kieran.
So is Kieran. That was about 4 or 5 cars from Ginge, Clay, Sociopath, Cameron, Kieran. Were all from turns 5 going down towards 6 and 7. They were nose to tail. There was literally less than 3/10 between each and every car. There was no ground whatsoever between them.
And now Joseph's starting to reel in Ronan.
So Kulpi and Snitsy on those new softs are making ground, and at the minute it's Kulpi right on the back of Sociopath. He's going to have to defend like his life depends on it if he doesn't want to lose the place. And he is.
Oh, Joseph and Ronan are having a bit of a scrap.
So is Jador and Snitsy, they're still going at it as well. Those two have been going at it for a couple of laps though. Jack Slater's just lost out, I think. Yep, that'll be... Yeah, he must have had a little bit of an off there because he's just lost out to about 3 or 4 people there, Jack Slater.
Oh, Ginger's pulling out on Matthias. And he's made that move stick.
Yeah, he's made that happen. And now he's just hunting down Joseph, who's less than a second ahead of him. Impressively, Ronosaurus has been on those mediums for most of this race.
Yeah. 20 laps.
Yeah, I was going to say, he changed his tyres, pardon me, early on, and he's just made it go. I mean, I'm not surprised about Joseph, because hard tyres, they're going to go this distance without breaking a sweat. They could probably go start to finish on this race. Yeah. If he's set up properly. But it's quite impressive for to be doing it on mediums.
By the looks of things, Ronan is having no trouble at all.
No, none whatsoever. Although he is about to run some trouble by the looks of it, because Joseph is right behind him. Cameron's just picked up 3 seconds win on as well. As Jack Slater is in the pit. If
Joseph does overtake Ronan, he's still got a penalty.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the penalties are going to take into play here as well. So we'll have to see what happens on penalties. Who we've got? So Clay is in a really bad position in terms of penalties. He's got 8 seconds, and there's not a huge gap between anybody until you hit Snitsy and Jack Slater. But as I said, Jack Slater's just pitted for a front wing and new soft tyres. So
if I was to tell you where Clay would finish,
I would guess around P10, around Cameron Poulter. But Cameron
8 seconds.
Well.
So that'd be around about, run about that Cameron Poulter Kira mark.
He's going backwards. He's facing the wrong way. Just before the penultimate turn.
As we go on to lap 26,
really good helicopter view, and I think he might have just forced Kieran wide unintentionally there.
Carl, I'm going to go for Ronan, picking up 14 places.
See, I was, a little earlier on, I was looking at Mayspin based on the fact that he drove from the back and was in a really good position, and then he binned it.
Cameron Poulter's lost it.
Cameron Poulter's just binned it, talking to people who've been in it. You know, I kind of not really thought about it again since then, but I suppose we are down to the last couple.
And Matthias also, 16 places made.
I think I'm going to have to agree with you as it stands.
With Ronan?
Yeah, with Ronan, but that's obviously all bearing in mind that nothing goes to hell in the last couple of laps.
Yeah.
Ginger's just picked up another 3 seconds, so that will not help his chances of finishing well here, as he looks like he's trying to go for a move on Snitsy. He is down the inside of turn 10 there, before he hits 11 and 12. Because you don't want to be trying to make moves at 11 and 12. Most people can barely get around it, let alone making moves there. I mean, I'm quite surprised that Ronosaurus hasn't actually come in at any point off those tyres.
Yeah.
You know, and he looks like he's enjoying himself on them as well. You know, he's not exactly not trying to make ground or anything. As Kulpi makes a move on Matthias, and Sociopath just made a move on Clay at the same time, both going down the pit straight.
As we just On the penultimate lap.
I mean, as it stands, I managed to make one good guess. I said Sociopath would be up there somewhere. I did guess him in the top 3, but I did say he would be in the top 5.
Yeah.
And currently he is in P5. But besides that, the rest of my predictions went totally to hell.
Colby is screaming at Joseph to get out of the way.
But to be fair, I mean, he's going to be coming to the end of those life of the softs, especially if he's stuck behind other cars. And Joseph's going to be running the towards the back end of those tyres as well. He's hard 22 laps. They'll be coming towards the back of their lifespan.
As we are now on the final lap. Colby going down the inside of Joseph and is now hunting down Ronan. 1.7 seconds is the gap.
As Jack Slater's picked up a time penalty there, but that's not really going to affect him. I mean, at this point he just wants to finish, you know, for a few points.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 20 seconds down, nothing's, you know, a penalty's not going to change his position now. Unless he was to get himself disqualified, as Kieran's going the wrong way.
Ooh.
Yep, he's just had a bit of an off.
Colby and Ronan now 1 second apart, 9 tenths, 8 tenths, 7 tenths.
And he's going to be in the DRS there. This is going to be really unfortunate for Ronosaurus if he loses it now. He's got a little bit of DRS.
Colby's ran out of VRS. 5 tenths now splits them.
This is going to be really good if he can hold on. This is going to be a drag race down to the finish line now.
Oh, it is, with DRS opening very, very early.
He's got 12% to get himself to the end now.
Yeah, he is safe.
Fair
play to Ronan.
And that's P2 from Colby as well.
And Sociopath, P3.
Sociopath P3. In fairness, I did call him P3.
Fair play.
And then Joseph P4, Orman P5, Matthias P6. Clay picked up 5-second penalty for an unserved penalty. For P7, Snitsy P8, FRO Jim P9, J-Doy and Kieran in the 2 McLarens, P10 and 11. Cameron Poole to P12 and Jack Slater, when he comes around the last corner, will be P13, picking up the final point scoring position today.
Fair play to Ronan there.
Yeah, for sure. I think you're right about driver of the day there.
So that is Australia for Tier 2 of CDR. So I'm just waiting to get these results in. And that is that. So,
actually, something I just noticed is the top 3 drivers had no penalties at all.
Yeah.
It's not often you see that, but the top 3 had no penalties at all, and that's why they're in the top 3. So that is us wrapped up there.
Yep, that is us wrapped up, and me and Colin will see you back out on track on Sunday.
For a very short space of time, judging by tonight's